Hello everyone, this is Abhyuday Dwivedi and I welcome you to my channel. Today we are going to discuss fear. Yes, it is a very serious issue which needs to be addressed. Fear comes in many forms. The subject matter of my channel is English. Many a time I observe that people are fearful of this language. Why is it so? Because they may not have practiced enough, they may not have gotten opportunities to learn the language properly, or they might not be needing it so much in their daily life. This is only one aspect of fear. Fear may take many other forms. You may have financial fear, you may have psychological fear, you may have fear of a person, you may have fear of, let's say, policemen, you may have fear of courts, you may have fear of swimming, water, heights, spiders, insects, so many type of fears. And you know what? Fear is many a time unfounded. I want you to think deeply about it. Fear is many a time unfounded. Where is fear originating from? Is the question we need to ask ourselves. See, most of you may have heard about the fight or flight syndrome. When in ancient times we used to encounter danger, or even today, whenever we encounter some sort of danger, we get a fight or flight response. Sorry, fight or flight response. It is said to cause our adrenaline to pump up, our heart starts beating faster, and many a time it is thought that this is fear. Fear is very important for our survival, but only if it is not allowed to spiral out of control. Although the focus of my channel is learning English, so I would like to largely restrict my discussion to fear of English language, although I will try to demonstrate how the same logic can be used to tackle fear of other aspects of life as well. What is the root cause of that type of fear which we generally feel in our lives? If you think deeply, many a time it is the limited frame of reference that we have causes fear. Yes, you may have guessed it correctly. I am talking about fear of the unknown. How? Can I give an example? Of course I can. Say you are in service, decent job, earning a fixed salary per month, there is security, there is stability, and there is a loan. A big loan, say a long-term loan, and a fixed EMI. What will happen? You will always be fearful about losing your job. What will happen if I lose my job? How will I pay the EMI? I will have to face prosecution if I lose my job. The interesting thing is that this is just an example. Now, the hypothetical person about whom I was talking, if I were to ask him, if you are so fearful about losing your job, can't you try to become an entrepreneur? And he'll say, what? Entrepreneur? What is it? It is an alien concept to me. No one in my family, suppose we are just discussing hypothetical situation. He'll say, nobody in my family has ever done business. I am not from the business background. I have no concept about business. How can I build a business? I have no education, no experience, no mentor, no nothing. The unfortunate thing over here is that he has a set frame of reference in his mind. All these things which I said, He has been seeing not seeing would be more appropriate term. He has never seen anyone close or nearby him do business. He has never studied about business. He has always perhaps seen service as the epitome of success. So he cannot think, or even if he were to think, he would be very afraid to go beyond his existing frame of reference. Then is it not so that the root cause of his fear of becoming an entrepreneur is his limited frame of reference? Suppose if the same hypothetical person were to expand his frame of reference and start gathering knowledge about how to build businesses, would it not change his perspective slowly? Is it absolutely impossible that his views may change if he gains? Therefore, again, I would come back to my previous point, fear of the unknown. Something mainly makes you afraid only when you have less knowledge about it. If you embrace it, if you make it a habit to study about it, if you go deep into it, then that fear will slowly start evaporating. Coming back to this hypothetical person, he would, as he reads more and more about how to set up a business, how to run a business, the various processes, funding strategies, hiring, sales, marketing, etc., etc., as soon as he begins to familiarize himself with all these things, if he sits in a social circle of budding or established entrepreneurs, if he finds a mentor who guides him and clears his doubts, would it not cause a reduction in his fear? Yes, I strongly believe it would. Now coming back to our main theme, as you are all aware that our main theme is mainly centered around English learning. I would say that practice makes a man perfect. Yes, I may be sounding repetitive. You may have heard this before, but I would like to reiterate it. Practice, 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 practice. Practice makes a man perfect. Even if you have forgot it, I would like to strongly remind you, and if possible, I would definitely have said it so many times that it would be imprinted in your psyche. Practice, research about it, read in that language, speak in that language, read aloud, write, practice creative writing, write down your thoughts every day. There are n number of strategies which you can use to improve your English and remove the fear of this language permanently. As you start practicing, as you start progressing, as you start familiarizing yourself with this language and its usage, your fear for this language will slowly start to diminish and may disappear altogether. So, today we have combined the topic of fear, which is, I would say, related to the theme of personal wellness, and tried to link it with our main theme, that is improvement in English or improvement of our English usage. I hope that I have inspired you in some way, and if you act upon my thoughts which I have just expressed, I am confident that you will begin to see a positive change in yourself insofar as diminishing of fear and improvement of English usage is concerned. I would, before parting, highly encourage you to share your thoughts with me, and your valuable suggestions or criticisms all are welcome. I would like you to Let me also know my pros and cons while presenting this content to you so that I can act upon them, improve myself, and serve you better. Thank you so much.